Yeah, she's coming back now. I don't know what's going on. It's a sign. Oh, now roll 20s, like giving us warnings. Oh yeah, good old
Are
internet.
you having fun? Are you having fun though, dude? Are you enjoying yourself?
Are you talking to me?
You. I don't give a fuck about anybody else. Are you enjoying
Oh,
yourself?
thank you. Yeah, no, I'm enjoying myself. I'm getting a little
Good.
winded, but the internet keeps going out. It's pissed me off.
Bad. I blame our kids, Lucas
No, it's got to
and
be
Luke.
me.
No,
Well, no, well, actually, everyone in my family is asleep right now. My entire house is sleeping.
that's good for you.
Yeah, but um, it's the internet's still going in and out, so that's not helping.
Word.
Word.
All right. So he's there, and then Bartez kind of passes out again, and you're left alone with her, and she's staring at you as you are sitting there with a plate of food in your lap.
Wait. So okay, so Bart has passed out,
Yep.
and she's staring at me.
Yep. With her one green eye.
Uh, so I can't talk to her anymore because Bartez is out cold.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could do yes or no's.
That's true because I know how to speak yes and no now. Read yes and no. So Talmar's her boss. Okay.
Yeah, I
Are
typed some shit.
you what?
I typed some shit in the chat that doesn't make any sense because it kept auto correcting me. But don't worry about it. Go ahead.
Um. Yes or no question. Um.
You feel a little bit stronger today than you have in previous days, and every day you feel stronger than the day before.
Is Elia?
She peered.
Is Talmar healing us to sell us as slaves?
She looks down again and doesn't answer.
The others that you said are here. Are they in the same building, the same cave, or another? Are they in the same cave?
She writes no in the dirt.
Is the other cave? Are they in another cave?
She writes yes.
Is the other cave far?
She writes no.
Are you a slave, Elia?
She writes no in the dirt.
Slow and go. Um, one of the yes or no questions can I use to get? This is like a interesting puzzle. This is a tough one, man. Um,
You're sitting there with sweat kind of streaming down your brow because you're still recovering from considerable wounds in your legs and in your side, and effort is exhausting. He leans in for a moment with the washcloth to wipe your face. She's very, very close to you. And
This is
she
getting weird,
leans
man.
in
Like very close to me,
and
like face, like wise. So I try, I kiss her.
and she
Is she
kisses
kissing
she
distance? Is that what you're
kisses and
saying?
she kisses you back, yes.
Oh,
And
she
she
kisses
kisses
me
you back.
back.
You were very
Do we
close.
start doing positions now?
No, it's that tension
This is
though.
like role
That
playing. Is
tension of that
fucking. I didn't know
closeness.
role playing was got this weird.
And
Okay,
you
I
have an attraction, obviously,
uh-huh.
and you can literally feel her emotions coming off of her, and you're drawn to her, and as she kisses you, you kiss her back.
So this is an ability she has, right? This healing
Something
thing,
it's something more than that. It's almost like she's trying to communicate to you on another level
like
that you're not,
telekinesis of some kind. It feels like.
or like maybe like empathic, like another level where she's talking to you almost in emotion as opposed to, and you can feel her passion kind of wash over you, and you can feel it consume you. Her passion consumes you, and you are engulfed by it, and you, as you kiss her, you're just consumed by that passion, and you guys have a moment there, and she breaks away from you almost forcibly breaks away from you and pulls herself away. And she pulls her hair over her face, almost in shame, and turns from you for a moment, almost as if it were a moment of weakness. And then she goes back to the trays and the medicine and the caring for you, trying to return to some semblance of normalcy that she had not, allowed herself to be consumed by.
Okay. Um. Elia, it's okay. I'm sorry. It's my fault.
Stands up and she kind of shambles out of the cell and closes the door, locks it, and leaves for the night again. And you sleep and the medicine and the care, and you feel as the next day comes even a little bit stronger, where as the sun rises and you can see it shooting through the slatted slots in the carved into the ceiling, you're able to sit yourself up without any disorientation, and you feel your body starting to gain its strength back. Mark says that Meecho has game, by the way. um, and you look over and you see Barchaz, and he's more unconscious than he is conscious at this point. See, his breathing is very, very heavy from 10 feet away.
Um. All right. So you say I feel stronger. I'd like to see just take. So now, can I sit up, kind of like dangle my feet off this thing, off this
Yep.
slab?
And you're pretty much, yeah, that's exactly what you're able to do. You're able to sit up vertically. You're not super lightheaded. Your feet are hanging off of this thing. And you're even playing with the idea of putting each foot on the ground and starting to gain some strength underneath the balls of your feet. And you can feel the strength in your legs returning and the feeling.
Okay. So I try and like while holding on to this slab, I try and see if I could stand up. I could turn around and be leaning on the slab and
All right,
just
let me see you make a constitution roll with a +4 or +3 or whatever you did the last time.
+3 was the fortitude. 16.
All right, so you're able to put your feet on the ground and put some weight on it and get about halfway to your feet. You can feel your legs underneath you and your body start to feel some of your strength coming back to you.
Um, I try to slowly move towards Bartaz.
All right, so you push yourself to your legs, and you're able to take a couple of steps towards Bartaz. You can see him breathing heavily, about 6 feet away from you. And you take a few more, and you have strength. You got your legs underneath you now, and you're starting to feel what it feels like to be vertical again. And you take a few steps to him, and he's next thing you know, you're standing at the foot of his slab where he's laying on a very thin mattress with a very thin blanket over him. You can see his hair, his bald spot, and the hair kind of crawling off the back of his head. He looks like the Crypt Keeper. His skin is very tight against his face and yellow and old and wrinkled, and he's breathing very deeply.
Yeah, so I feel his head with my hand.
He's very feverish.
So I pull the blanket away from him.
He turns and looks at you. His eyes are kind of crazed. Meecho, I don't want to die alone.
I'm here, Bartez. You're not going anywhere.
A bony hand reaches up and he clasps your hand with his bony hand. You could feel every bone in his fist, every knuckle, every finger clasping around your hand, and it's hot and sweaty.
Um,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry things didn't go the way that we wanted them to go.
it's okay, Bart.
I'm sorry I didn't drive better.
You drove fine. You got us to the end. What he did, no one could have known. I should have known. Long before then.
Are we at the end of the road now? His eyes are dazed and glassy and looking up at you, kind of vacant.
No, Bartez. The new road.
A new road? Where are we going, boss?
I'm not sure yet. But Gears will pay for what. That's for sure.
Mm. 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 And his breathing gets a little bit deeper and heavier.
I don't know. Do I see like any water or anything I can give this dude? Or?
There's a pitcher of water on the table next to you.
I shall pour some on his head, maybe, and just give him something to drink.
All right, that peps him up a little bit. He's like, "Thank you." He reaches his hand up to your face. You're such a kind boy.
I see. I make my see if I can make my way to the gate of the
All right,
cell.
you turn to the gate, and the gate's open, and there's nobody there. I mean, anybody nearby. You very uneasily make yourself to the gate, and you grab the frame of the gate as you're standing in the doorway.
Okay, so I look. I can poke my head slowly out this doorway and look in both directions to see what I see.
Yeah, I mean, you see a little alcove with a desk, room, and then you can see that the corridor winds
Wait,
around and
you
away.
the Skype kind of broke up. Say again.
Oh no,
I see what?
you can see a room with a desk and a cabinet.
Right.
There's a pitcher of water, some meds on the desk, and a book, and then the corridor kind of winds away to the right, and you don't see anything beyond that. And as you're standing in their doorway, you hear Bartaz start to shriek behind you. You will die! You will die! You will die! You will die! And it gets really quiet behind for a moment.
Shouldn't be laughing. uh,
Mark says he's laughing and crying at the same time. It's hilarious and tragic.
yes, tragically hilarious.
Um, so and he is just kind of quiet behind you and not moving.
So I'll go to him just to hold his hand. I was thinking of yelling for help, but I'm not sure
All right, so
if it's.
you kind of stumble back to him, and your legs are very weary underneath you. Still, like almost like you're someone else walking on the legs. And you grab his hand, and his hand is. You can feel the heat starting to leave it, and you can see that his eyes are open and terrified, but just the light is starting to leave.
It's okay, Bartez. It's
And
okay.
you hear him take his last breath. And watch the light leave his eyes.
I let go of his hand. I
Okay.
closed his eyes. And I stumble and sit back on my cot, or my slab, or whatever you want to call it,
Yep.
and just lean back against the wall and kind of just try and think.
Okay. As you're sitting there, kind of trying to reflect on what the fuck just happened, Alia comes down and then she rushes over to Bartaz and feels his head and opens his eyes and even pumps his chest a few times, but that he's gone, and she closes his eyes and pulls the blanket up over his face and turns and through her hair looks at you for a moment.
I just look back, almost. Yeah, I just look back. Um, yeah, that's it. I just look back. I don't know what the fuck's
You
going on anymore, and I can't run out this door. So I can. The only thing I can do is, and I've
you feel
realized that. So I'm sitting here.
and you
Kinda.
feel just waves of sadness hitting you. Like you're in despair and you're obviously already very sad and tend to be a pretty sad and morose person, but you feel even more waves of sadness emanating and just dragging you down. So the loss is even more intense than it was before. And you can see as you look at her tears streaming from her one eye. Mark says that I kill Bartaz because I didn't want to do the voice anymore.
Yes,
That's not true.
totally.
That's an easy voice for me to do, Mark. I can do that all day long,
So
all day long, Kelly.
I reach out to her. I guess maybe put a hand on her
Okay.
shoulder to comfort her or something.
All right. You reach out and grab her forearm, and you are able to pull her closer to you and grab her shoulder. And
Yeah,
then she leans in and kind of hugs you, and you just feel comfort from her hug and her touch and her caress. In spite of the loss that you face, that it's another person from your village is gone, obviously, and another person that's close to you that's gone, obviously, and you feel that all sweep over you, but you feel comfort and you feel almost a little bit of happiness. And she puts her head on your shoulder, her head on your shoulder.
a little bit of happiness.
From her, yes.
Huh. Um. Yeah, so I haven't felt happiness in a long time. So I guess I give her like a squeeze. I hug her back, like try and return the favor kind of thing. I don't know.
No, I mean you guys feel that in that moment that you're exchanging that from each other. It's something that you're right. You haven't felt that before. You haven't allowed yourself to feel that before. It's almost alien to you.
Yeah,
But
happy.
not
Like,
unwelcome, right?
yeah, no.
And she lays you back gently and looks at your wounds and cares for you for a moment there.
Okay, so um, I don't know what to do anymore, dude. I'm
All
lost.
right.
We're hugging each other in this room. I just stay that way because I'm still trying to figure out how to get out of this place. It feels like I can't. I don't have the energy. I can't. I don't have the strength to run. And now that like I'm feeling a little happy, it's almost like I want to stay.
No.
Which is weird. So I'm kind of content just sitting on this slab in this hellhole, in this rat hole, not hellhole. It's been pretty nice actually. Um, yeah, and just holding this woman.
All right. So she lays next to you, and you guys kind of spoon there on the slab for a little bit, and you pass out again. And when you awake, she's gone, and Bartaz is gone, and you're alone again in the cell with the door open. And you pass out again, and you wake up, and you can tell the sun is up. And standing in the doorway is a very deformed, wide, very thick skin covered being standing next to the form that you know as Alia. And you wake up and you look at them and you're able to sit up and you have your strength of your legs underneath you and they're standing there looking at you. He has like a yellow brown kind of a cloak on and clothing, some kind of leather brown armor. And she's standing next to you with her head down and her hands clasped in front of herself. And you feel just waves of concern washing over you coming from her. And you're familiar with that by this point.
Right. All right. So I'm sitting on this. I'm sitting on the slab.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to stay sitting there as if you said I have the energy and the ability to stand, but I have the strength in the back of my legs, but I'm going to make like I don't. I'm just going to sit here and make like I'm still kind of ill.
All right. And you hear him speak to you from beneath his cloak, and you see his yellow eyes glowing, and he says, "On your feet." Almost like a croak.
Um, I'm sorry.
On your feet.
Okay, so then I'm going to kind of very slowly and carefully kind of put my feet on the ground like I don't know if I could stand.
Yep.
And kind of just stand all wobbly with holding on with one. I guess if I like try to pull off a little bit of a acting job here and make like I'm just can't really
Okay.
stand. I want to come off way weaker than I am.
All right. So you kind of try to stand on the balls of your feet, and you're laying like you're very wobbly. And then you hear his voice again, almost like very husky. And when he whispers it, it's almost like it's in your ear always. And he's like, "I said on your feet." And as he emphasizes feet, you can feel something envelop your body and almost lift it up. where your toes are barely on the ground, and you feel yourself being pulled close to him, and he's probably half your size, and he moves very uncoordinated in an uncoordinated way, with his thick skin that he has, almost like a chitinous skin that covers the outside of his body. And he pulls you, and you can feel your toes dragging across the ground almost as he levitates you towards him. And he turns his back, and as he turns his back, your feet continue to kind of drag along the sand behind him. You're not moving your legs anymore. And he's drawing you along with him, and she stays in the cell behind you. And you feel yourself going out of the cell door and past the desk and around the corner and down the hallway, further and further and further, until there's a larger door that opens. And there are two ret guards with very vicious looking curved swords and clubs at their waist. They open the door and they let you inside, and there's a whole nother group of bodies, and you feel yourself dragging across the middle of the room, and you drop in the center of the room, and he turns and walks away from you. And you hear the doors clank behind you, and you look up, and you're surrounded by people.
Ellie is still back in that other cell, right?
Yeah, you don't see her after he drags you out of that cell with her. You don't see her anymore.
And when I was going through those things, did I notice any? Were there any other cells, or was it just a hallway that led to this other large cell?
You went through several different antechambers where doors opened and closed. It was kind of in a straight line, but you didn't see any other cells off of. I mean, you saw doors off of this main corridor, but you didn't go down them.
Okay. I look around at the faces in the room. Do I recognize anybody?
No, you see a bunch of dirty faces staring back at you, and they all start to retreat into different little corridors down the way into their own little rooms. And you stand up and you put your feet underneath you, and you realize you've gotten most of your strength back at this point. And you're able to walk on your own power. And you stand up in the middle of this big corridor, and you see a bunch of rooms. Make a spot check.
There's rooms within this room.
There's rooms off of this main room that you can see.
And all the people that were in there kind of went off into these rooms?
Yep, they've all kind of wandered off into their own rooms.
Okay, spot check 17.
All right. And off to one side, you can see a one-armed man who's kind of clutching his shoulder where maybe an arm used to be. And he has a purple mohawk that kind of is hanging over to one side. And he glances over and makes eye contact with you. And he looks very, very scared. And you can see him scurry away and dip into one of the rooms. And you realize that that person is Gears. And I think that is where we're going to stop tonight.
Oh. Oh.
And it's a very dark hole.
Oh yeah.
There's much light. There's many more people. It's much damper, and you see this, like I said, this figure kind of try to skulk off, but you recognize that it is Gears. And I think that's where we're going to stop.
I could, yeah, I could. My character can die after.
You think so? Okay.
It is fine.
All right. Well, did you have a good time?
What do you mean?
Was it fun? Did you have fun?
Well, I'm not saying I'm going to kill my character.
No, I know you're not going to kill. Yeah, I'm not going to let you kill your character, anyways.
Yeah. No, okay.
But was it a good time? Was it fun? Was it what you expected?
Yeah, no, that was good. That was hard though. I'll be honest, my brain hurts. That's just because I don't know. But that was hard. Like being in that room with someone who I can't talk with and everything, and it was hard. It was a tough spot, but it was cool the way it played out. It's very
No,
cool, and I don't know who this, I'm digging the when you kept saying about these feelings and these feelings, I felt like, oh, okay, this is an ability that she has. Got to be something. And then now now there's like I'm seeing other abilities, and
Yeah.
I'm thinking about I'm right away thinking about Grace, and I'm thinking about her friends that disappeared um in that alley,
Yeah.
and now I'm thinking that maybe that was they had that explains it. Maybe there's more um to the world than I initially thought. It's not just like tech. There's some other shit going on. This guy
Yeah.
just dragged me across the room, Jedi of some kind.
Yeah. No, that's exactly the purpose of this adventure. So I hope that we've achieved that. So there's a way bigger world out there. And no, it's
Cool, very cool.
so no, I hope you enjoyed it. I
Yeah,
had a
and
great
now I have a sheet.
Yep.
I'm moving up in the role playing world. I just got to read the D20 book so I know how to level up. Let me just ask you a couple of quick questions before we go.
Sure.
Feats.
Yep.
Did I have 4 feats?
Hold on. Let me look here.
Because the 4 that I have here, I remember having.
Well, you had boxing and martial arts.
I had brawl. This is the ones I have checked off on the new sheet. Brawl,
arts, yep.
combat martial arts, archaic weapons, and then I remember when I leveled up, I remember getting personal firearms proficiency to get rid of that -4.
Yep. Personal firearms was correct. Yep.
Okay, so I do have 4 feats.
Yep. You have 4 feats. You have 3 feats and a bonus feat.
3
The
feats
2
and a
feats-
bonus feat, and then
well,
I
you
don't
have
get
2
feat
feats
again
to
for a while.
start.
I don't think.
You
What?
get a feat. You get a bonus feat at second, and you get a bonus feat at fourth. So
Right.
that's where you are.
That's why I have 4. I was gonna say, why do I have 4? It feels like not that I'm giving myself too much. But see, I remembered a lot about my character and the sheet.
No, I mean your character wasn't like
It was
super complex.
right. It was early on. It was only level 4.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Yeah.
it's you. I didn't give you shit about it, but I think you should have it written down, and I should have a copy of it. Mark says you were in a very, very tough situation.
I
Mark,
was right, Mark.
have you ever, as a role player, Mark? And I know you're the same age as me. You played for a while. Have you ever been in a situation like that? Oh, Joe is here. Joe's here. Hey, Joe.
Looking through. Hey, Joe, check it out, man.
Wrong camera. Well, I guess it's a red camera. Hold on. I'm gonna look at the iPad.
I bought the handbook. I printed out the damn T20 sheet. No, it's not. It's not. I didn't find it. I found a sheet that I could print out and fill out. It's not the sheet, but I really, like we were just saying, most of it is filled in. I mean, I didn't have a lot. I mean, I had knowledge streetwise, which I don't know what I was in that because I never used it. I might have been a 2 streetwise. I don't know. I know climb. I was a 6, a 7 spot. Move silently. I was a 2. And 6, what was I a 6 in? I was a 6 in something. I 6 melee. No, that's not what my vest was a +6. Hide. 6 hide. Where's hide? Here's hide. And grapple, I had 7. Yeah, I remember a lot of it. I just have to finish filling it out. And then I will get a copy. So Mark was not by himself. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like it's harder to play this, I think, a little bit when you're by yourself. So like when I was in that room just now where I can't talk to somebody and someone I can't read,
Communicate.
and
And
they're
they can't
communicating with
communicate.
writing. We couldn't communicate
Yeah.
with each other. So the two of us are in a room, and we want to communicate. That's tough. Like if there's something else, like once Bartaz showed up, then it's like you kind of was able to. I can't believe I learned to read. Two words. I learned to read 2 words in like what is it? Necessity is the mother of invention. I was able to learn, but without Bartaz, I wouldn't be able to do that.
5 letters. Right?
I know, yeah, I know yes and no. That's a big deal for someone who doesn't know how to read at all. If that's
dude,
you could start right there. You can ask a lot of yes and no questions.
I think you did really well, and you figured out exactly how to communicate. You put the pieces together that I put in front of you, and you got a lot of good information there.
Cool.
And I think you did an excellent job, dude.
I'm getting better.
It wasn't an easy situation to be in, and there's no one else for you to feed off of, and that's kind of what I wanted you to do. We're sharpening up your skills, dude. You're doing good. You did fine. I think you were good.
All right, thanks.
I don't know. So do we want to go over to Discord? Mark, what are we watching tonight, Mark? What are we watching?
You guys need, let me just say, you guys need sleep.
No, we don't need sleep.
Because sleep is very important. It drains the brains of toxins.
Okay.
Or
Vincent Price fighting against zombies also drains the body of toxins. I don't know, Mark.
Yeah, I think that...
I think we might do Ultimate Warrior tonight, dude, with Yul Brenner.
You do that without me? Why do you have to do that like at midnight?
Because
I'm old. I guess I'm old, man. Midnight, Jesus. I used to go out at 11 o'clock at night. I used to leave my house at 11 o'clock.
It doesn't help, dude, that you go to the city every fucking day. That's.
But in my defense, I would go out at 11 o'clock, but I'd come home, I would eat dinner, and like take a 2-hour nap. Go out at 11 o'clock.
Well, that's what I do anyways. On a Friday, I have a summer Friday, so I take a nap.
How do you take a nap? Well, that's why. I'm at a severe disadvantage. Like, you're coming up with these complex scenarios, and you're walking into it with a person who's taken a nap. And I'm walking into it with a drained brain from a full day's... work and driving and lack of sleep.
Move this to a different day?
No, like what? There isn't. Well,
no, you can't do Sunday. That's family dinner night. You can't do that.
I'm Italian. Sundays are.
Sundays
are a religion.
No, I taught the boys how to play chess, so it's all about spaghetti and chess and steak on Sunday. So we don't do
spaghetti and steak. That's interesting.
And chess, yeah. We do steak pizzaiolo.
Oh, pizzaiolo. Minchia.
Oh, Maron, hey. We need a steak and a pizza.
Minchia. Well, yeah, I know. I wish I was 16. I wish I was 16 and had no responsibilities.
No,
I would be on Twitch constantly. The show would be amazing if we were 16.
Well, if this was the only thing we were doing, too.
Oh yeah. No, well, that's true. If this was the only thing we were doing, the show would be amazing. But,
yeah, so that's why I don't know. I got free time, so I told the guys I'll keep shit going. I don't fucking care. I know you got whatever. Don't.
Joe's calling us mooks. He's racist. That's racist.
You bunch of fucking Joe. It was fucking crazy. I love him. I told you he's the most edgy fucking Canadian dude I know, hands down. He's my edgy Canadian friend at this point.
Yes,
he's so edgy, but yeah, the Vincent Price thing was funny though, dude. I mean,
yeah, I feel bad I missed it, but I was out of commission.
Vincent Price as like a husband. Vincent Price is massively gay. I don't even know, dude. He's like got all these chicks around him. It was hilarious, dude. We had a good time.
Maybe I'll try and I'll try and make it next week. I'll see if you guys decide to do it. I'll see if I could get in there. Maybe I got to figure out how I could take a nap somewhere.
I don't know how, dude. I mean, you'd have to come home and... No, I don't know.
They got to take a nap when the kids went to bed. What time did you guys watch the movie?
We watched it. Well, we had a few technical difficulties. When did we watch it, Mark? Joe wants to know if we're being racist.
Well, no,
what?
the Mooks. I don't know. Is Mook a derogatory? Mook sounds derogatory. So
I think it is
sounds like a
derogatory.
racial.
I don't take it
I don't
personally,
know. I was just.
but I don't know.
I'm sure it's maybe the Redskins, maybe the Washington Mooks.
No, you mean the Washington football team?
Not the Washington football team. Maybe they could be the Washington Mooks. Mook doesn't mean anything. It was made up by Scorsese. Okay. Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. It could be in the OED now. It could be in the Oxford English Dictionary. Lots of words were invented by people, but now
is sometimes a guy who's just not in the know of whatever you're doing. So I don't think Mook per se is racialist. I think it's just you're not like in the groove of what everybody else is doing. I think that's Mook. He's a Mook. Nick, he's a fucking Mook.
No, I think it's just like a.
He's a fucking Mook.
All right.
You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's not racist. So you're off the hook, Joe. You're good to go.
It's not racialist. You're good. And then he called us a bunch of fucking Mooks.
We are a bunch of Mooks.
All right, so we're going. So guys, whose Discord are we going to? Joe and Mark, call it. Somebody call it. Joe said, "Pew."
So Chris wants to watch. You're gonna watch Escape from New York next Friday, 10:30.
I don't know. We're gonna watch something tonight. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna watch Eternity Road by Jack McDevitt.
Let me see which. This is riveting Twitch stuff, by the way. But being that we're here, let me look up which Gamma World book I bought. Say here.
Joe is still DMing each Friday until I tell him otherwise. So we're close. If anything, Joe, blame Nick for how slow we're going.
What do you mean?
I don't mean anything.
Here it is. Drive through. Core rulebook. Oh, Gamma Knights.
What is Gabagool? Is actually it's a salted meat. Mark.
Gabagool?
Yeah, Gabagool.
Yeah, well, it's Capicola. Yeah.
Capicola.
But it said Gabagool. Gabagool.
If you slice it real thin though, and you put it in your sauce, it literally can liquefy. If you slice it,
you put Gabagool in your sauce?
Oh yeah, you got to put the salted meats. Yeah, fucking
Here comes Bartez again. Bartez is Italian, I guess. So Gamma World, Gamma Knights. Did anyone read that? I ordered it.
Gamma Knights?
Yep. 4E. I ordered it from Drive Through RPG to see if it just looked cool. So I ordered. I was there to get the core rule book, the D20 rule book, so I can get the character sheet and figure out how to the sheet better. And then when I was there, I ran across Gamma Knight.
Hey Lucas, go get me another one of those giant beers out of the fridge upstairs. Can you get me one of these?
No, I didn't buy a box set. What box set? There's a box set?
Yeah, it's a huge beer. Get me. Yeah, I did. Get me one more huge beer. Be a good boy. No, I don't ever get drunk. Go get me a beer. I am like Wolverine. It takes me a goddamn lot to get drunk.
You're like Wolverine. Is your son? How brainwashed do you have your children that they're comparing you to fucking Wolverine?
Well, I'm a 6'2" Wolverine.
Yeah, you got a ways to go before you're like Wolverine.
Yeah, he said to me, Dad, I want to see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I said, Hugh Jackman's too fucking tall to be Wolverine, mate. Anyways.
So they made a miniature game for 4th edition. Okay.
I think is there a 7th edition that's like a card? I don't know, dude. I can't.
The book cover was cool.
I can't keep up with this. It's too many. It's too much. Hold on. Let me see if my son did this right. No, there's a giant black can of beer. No, I'm not drinking that shit. That's your mother's shit. I want one of these. Go look for it. It might be low. Look low. Just like this big one. No, it's somewhere in the fridge. Go find it.
Oh, this is the box set. This is the box set. Okay.
Yeah. Joe says 7th edition uses cards.
Oh, well, this is what I bought. This is
It was
what I
based on
bought, but it's not a
4th
box set. I bought this. This is exactly what I bought. I bought that.
The one that, what?
I bought that. I
That-
thought the cover was cool. The cyborg. That's a cyborg that's dead on the thing, right? Or a mummy. I couldn't tell.
I don't. What are
But
you
I
showing
ordered
me?
it.
I don't see anything.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're not watching the stream.
No, I am. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah, that
see
looks
it?
like a book. Hold on, wait.
Yeah, it looks like a
Yes.
book. I thought it was a book. It's a soft cover. I got the soft cover book, 1992.
This is Dusty Dungarees IPA. 5.7 alcohol.
So I'll read it and see what the hell it's about.
All right. We're gonna go to The Shadows.
I paid $9, so pretty good compared to
Okay.
34. All right.
All right.
Well, listen.
So everybody go to The Shadows Discord if you want to go.
The shadow is cool.
The Gamma World Discord. Mark's actually already there. And I don't know. We should probably finish this one up, right, Nick? What do we?
Oh shit! I forgot. Yeah,
the recording.
we're still recording. I didn't plug in my phone. I can't play the theme music. You want to play us out?
Yeah, I'll play. Well, I can only play the other one. I don't.
Yeah,
have
play the other one.
Hold on, let me find it. All right. Well, you should follow us, The Shadow at gmail.com, _shadow at gmail.com, or The Shadow on Twitter. What's your name there, Pete Persona?
Huh? I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat. Oh no, yeah, Pete Persona. That's my online. That's just been my online thing like forever. Ever since I from my original Xbox gamer tag, Pete Persona, because I couldn't find a name. Everything I was putting in was taken. I'm like, fucking Pete Persona.
Yep.
And I think since then they came out with some anime thing, Persona something, and then some people were confusing me with Pete Parsons, which I think was an executive at Microsoft Game Studios. Microsoft Game Studios. No, I think it's somebody else. Pete Parsons, I think his name was. I used to get confused with that guy.
My name is Dr. Lipschitz. That's my game name.
So Pete Persona on, really, and you could just like look for me anywhere, PlayStation Network, Fox, wherever the hell you find Pete Persona, it's probably me.
At Doomsday Doopy Doo.
Yeah, at Doomsday Doopy is the Twitter handle, this TV show. The website is doomsdaydoopydoo.com. Drop us an email at doomsdaydoopydoo@gmail.com. And like us, smash subscribe, hit the like button, share, give us a review, tell a friend. Especially if they're into some role playing, and you want to follow a noob around. It's been fun. It's really been interesting. So, thanks for tuning in. And did you play the music yet? This is weird with you playing the music and not me.
Wasabi peas, bitches. Yeah.
Cut. Take two.
All right.
And we're sound.
Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Wasabi peas, bitches. Same thing I did. All right, hold on a second. Actually, I think we're already offline.
No, we're not. We're actually still live. Unfortunately for all the people of Twitch.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna.
We're totally still here.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this one.
Oh, you know what, man? My chat thing is busted.
What?
my chat thing is busted. I said there was just 2 of us in chat.
Yep.
But I'm clicking it now, and it still says there's only 2 of us in chat, even though Joe is there.
And Mark is there still.
Right. Actually, is Mark even there? Yeah, I see you and Mark. I don't see Joe. So, there we go. But why does it sound weird? What are you doing? Ah. Oh, man. Here we go. All right, well, whatever. I'll do it in post, even though I'm still behind the whole show. But I'll get it out, folks. I'm sorry. It's just been weird. I've been living on a construction site since March.
Yep. He's got a union job, people.
What? A what? A union?
He's got a union job.
I have a union. No, I don't have a union job. I have a union job. My house is a union job. My yard is a union job, I think.
Bunch of people digging in your yard. People digging in your yard. Wasabi peas, motherfuckers.
See you guys in 2 weeks.
That's right, motherfuckers.